Good morning, everyone. This is Tony Butler with Insurance Agency Marketing Services. I'm one of the live sales directors here, and I want to thank you for joining our webinar today. This morning, we're going to be talking with Gary Voigt, who is with Baltimore Life. We're going to be talking about income, uh, wealth, I should say, transfer with single premium life. But before we get started with the webinar, wanted to go through a few introduction slides for everyone, and then we'll get into the meat of the webinar. So first and foremost, as agents, we know that a lot of your business is referred business. So we rely on that as well for you agents. So if you do have an agent that you refer to IAMS and they get contracted with any of the carriers that we work with, we do provide you with the $50 referral bonus. Any subsequent business that they submit, we do give you 20 basis points on that business. So if you have any questions regarding our IAMS Business Builders, please give us a call. Be more than happy to answer those questions for you. Next, we do have our new producers builders. This is for new agents. When I say new agents, if you have gotten appointed and within the first 180 days of you getting appointed, there are 5 different levels of incentives that we have available based on your production. And as you see here, we have the 100,000, 250, 500,000, 750, and $1 million level. This is based on paid premium. We can answer questions for you as far as what this all entails. Just give us a call, but there is some incentives for you new agents. We also offer you back office support. We like to say we like to help you work smarter, not harder. One of the big keys is paperless contracting. If you've ever filled out appointment paperwork, you know that can be a painstaking process. We do our contracting all electronically, so that eases that carpal tunnel in filling out information as far as getting appointed. We do also have case design assistance for you, annuity and life quotes availability. So feel free to give us a call. We can help you from submission to commission. Now, with today's COVID-19 pandemic that's going on, a lot of agents are finding it difficult to get in front of agents get in front of clients and submit applications. We have a couple of platforms that help you with that as far as submitting applications electronically. One is through Firelight. Now, with Firelight, as you see here, we have on the left the carriers that are available through Firelight, and then the carriers that are coming soon on the right here. We can help you get registered through our website with Firelight, so you're able to submit applications through that platform. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at our toll-free number here at the bottom of the screen, 800-255-5055. We'd be more than happy to help you get set up on that. We also have a creative marketing department, and our creative marketing department helps you whether it's turnkey, agency, or digital solutions. What that means is that department can help you with professionally written handouts, flyers, newsletters. If you're looking to redesign your logos or you're looking for a logo design for your business cards or brochures, they can help with that as well. Now, if you're looking to get into the digital marketing space, they can help you with online marketing projects such as personal website, digital marketing strategies. So if you have an interest in this, please give us a call. You can speak with Jacob or anyone on his team, and they'd be more than happy to let you know what's available to you. Now, I had mentioned that we have the Firelight platform for electronic applications. We also have the iGo eApp Solutions platform for apps as well. That is available on our website. It is a 24/7 website. It's iamsinc.com. What you can also get on our website is for you life agents. If you're looking to do term quotes, you can do term quote comparisons from our website, universal life quote comparisons from the website. We have excellent sales tools available for you. You can access forms. And big thing is we do have COVID-19 updates as far as underwriting is concerned for our life carriers. So there's a plethora of information available for you on the website. If you need assistance with navigating through the website or getting registered to the website, please give us a call and one of our sales directors can walk you through that process. We also provide a retirement analyzer for agents, and that retirement analyzer helps you answer questions from your clients such as, can I continue my present standard of living into my retirement years? When can I retire without running out of money? How would it affect my family if I were to die prematurely? We do offer a 30-day trial on this for agents that submit at least 250,000 in premium of annuity production or 250,000 in single premium life production. This is still offered to you free of charge. If you have any questions regarding the retirement analyzer, please give us a call. We can discuss how to utilize it as well as cost. We also have an IAMS wealth management team, and our wealth management team is designed to help you as an agent increase your revenue, improve client retention, and strengthen client relationships. And what they're designed for is for you to have those conversations with your higher net worth clients, those clients that do have more investment assets. So if this does interest you, please give Charles Jr. a call. He and his team can let you know what they can do for you. Now, if you're familiar with IAMS, you know that we do a Life and Annuity Academy. We try to do these once a quarter. Unfortunately, the one that we had scheduled for the month of May, we had to cancel due to the current pandemic. But for those of you that are not aware, it is a 2-day training. We do pay for that travel, lodging. And what we do is we bring agents in and we talk about sales ideas and strategies. A lot of times we will co-present with one of our top carriers, discuss their products. We do have some of our top producing agents that will come in and talk about industry trends, things of that nature. I do have a polling question, I believe, for that. So if you're interested in the Life and Annuity Academy, I'm putting up a polling question here. Please respond. Make sure to get some additional information out to you. Currently, we don't have one on the books, and a lot of the reason for that is due to the current pandemic situation. So once we get that settled, things get a little bit back more to normal, and we can get one scheduled, we'll definitely get that information out to you. I'm going to leave this up for a few more seconds, and then we'll move on. Okay, I'm going to close that out. All right. Couple more slides here. This is in regards to our trips that are available for 2020 and 2021. The first trip is the IAMS Athene 2020 Marketing Summit. That is scheduled for August 26th through the 29th. As you see, the invitational period is July 1st of 2019 through June 30th of 2020. For more details, please give us a call. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have on that. We also have Paradise on the Pacific. That's the IAMS Marketing Summit that's scheduled for 2021, and that's actually March 7th through the 11th. Qualification period is July 1st of 2019 through December 31st of 2020. Qualification requirements are 3.5 million points. For more details, please give us a call. And then we have the Shores of Serenity Elite Summit, which is March 11th through the 14th of 2021. Qualification periods are the same period, July 1st, 2019 through December 31st of 2020. Minimum qualifications for this trip is 6.5 million points. Instant qualification of, as you see here, of 8.5 million points gets you both trips. Again, for more details, give us a call. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you have, let you know where you're at as far as qualifying for the trip. And with that, are you there?
I am here.
Awesome. All right. I am going to switch you to be the presenter.
Well, as we're getting that started, good afternoon or good morning, everyone. I want to thank you for inviting Baltimore Life back into the IAMS family of presentations here that we're doing. It's been a little while. As some of you may remember, we did we actually had a commission scale reduction back in October of last year due to continuing declining interest rates, and it just didn't make a lot of sense for us to be able to offer what we were offering at that time. We did it reluctantly, knowing that we were going to get back in the game as quickly as we possibly could. And just about a month ago, we did get those spreads back to where we needed them and have made the appropriate adjustments. And you can contact IAMS for more information on those schedules. But today we're going to be talking about Baltimore Life's tax efficient asset transfer program and talking about our two products in that program, Generation Legacy and our single premium whole life product. Both these products are really designed for your senior clients in mind who have what we like to call some leave behind money they don't need to live on. They simply want to leave behind, thus leaving a generation or a legacy to the next generation. No matter whether you have after-tax cash funds or you have annuities and qualified funds, we have products that are designed for your needs. A little bit about the research. The market's absolutely huge, as everyone knows. It's huge. It's continuing to be a large opportunity in the next 50 years. 75% of parents believe it's important to leave an inheritance, and only 20% agree shortly that after their children will be really prepared to handle that inheritance as it comes along. 54% believe their family would benefit from a formal asset transfer plan, and only 10% actually have one in effect. So that brings the opportunity for you. First product we're going to talk about is Generation Legacy. And as I referenced, this product is really designed to take money that's coming from non-qualified deferred annuities and other qualified plan funds, 401ks, IRAs, 403bs, and the like, and use those funds to help support passing on a legacy to the next generation. It does, obviously, with the single premium concept, increase the estate value of the person who's passing the money along. The issue ages for this product are ages 60 through 80. And our product, by writing a single application, will allow you to have two products issued that work harmoniously together. Our single premium immediate annuity that will receive the transfer of the funds and actually fund a limited premium payment whole life product over a 7 or 10 year period. We'll talk about that. Again, a single app. Both products are issued in Baltimore Life, takes away all the administration hassles from you, the agent, or your client as we continue to make payments to the life product until it becomes fully paid up. The product has simplified underwriting through 4 tables, and it also provides you with a living benefit for catastrophic illnesses such as terminal illness, nursing home, and home health care and adult daycare. We'll talk about all these in today's presentation. There's another opportunity for you with this product that we put in play about 2 years ago, and it's what we call the spouse option. How often do you get in situations where you have one spouse who is healthy and can be insured with life insurance, and the other spouse who has funds coming from annuities or qualified plans, but they're not healthy, they're not insurable? So this is a way where you can actually take the funds from the unhealthy spouse to set up the SPIA portion of the Generation Legacy package and insure the healthy spouse so that the funds are used to pay out and pay the life product. The unhealthy spouse gets that distribution from their qualified funds that they needed. And of course, once the healthy spouse would pass, those funds would be passed on to the next generation. So it's still a way to effectively pass along money to the next generation as was intended, but the funding vehicle now, you can leverage the use of the second spouse who is in fact unhealthy. Keep that in mind. Also keep in mind there is no maximum age limit for the annuitant or the unhealthy spouse, but they do in fact waive the right once they transfer the funds into the SPIA that those funds need to be used to pay for the life product until they're paid up. So a good opportunity there for you. A little bit about the annuity and qualified market. There's $7.3 billion of in-force deferred annuities out there. 65% of the money is in tax qualified or employee plans like 401ks, 403bs, and nearly 35% is in non-qualified deferred annuities. As you know, a significant share of that money being transferred into the next generation is money that people aren't needing in the annuities. They simply want to have the annuity there as a way to grow assets, avoid the initial taxation. But when they're passing it along, they're usually passing along to family members who are in a higher tax bracket. So if in effect you have an annuity and you know that the plan is ultimately that you want to pass it along to the next generation, doesn't it make a lot more sense to do it more effectively in a tax efficient way by putting it into a generation legacy product, so you're passing it along as a life insurance payout? Let's talk about conceptually how this product works. I want you to think of generation legacy as a gift your client's trying to pass along to the next generation. And inside that gift box, by writing a single application, you're transferring funds with them into that product package. It essentially goes into a SPIA. Inside that gift box, as I mentioned, we have two products: a single premium immediate annuity that receives the transfer of the funds, along with that limited premium payment whole life product. Over a period of either 7 or 10 years, depending on the issue age of the client, we will make annual premium payments from the SPIA to the life product until the life product becomes paid up. Again, nothing for the agent to do, nothing for the client to do. That's automatically set up in this program. So what dictates the payment pattern? It's the issue age. If the client's 60 to 74, we issue a 10-year payout on the SPIA, along with the 10-year limited premium payment whole life product. The client's 75 to 80, a 7-year payout on the SPIA, along with a 7-year limited premium payment whole life product. So here's the benefits, though, from a death benefit payout standpoint. As you know, the life insurance is always there to be paid income tax free as a death benefit, and that death benefit will be greater than the single premium paid. But for our generation legacy product, in addition to the life insurance payout, your client's beneficiary will also receive the remaining payments from the SPIA not used to pay premiums on the life product. So if you're 2 years into a 10-year payment stream, 8 more annual payments would be paid out to the beneficiary in addition to the life insurance benefit. Now, if the beneficiary decides they want a reduced lump sum or a commuted value, we have that available as well. We'll talk more about those payouts, but they're getting both, and that's a huge benefit to sell. At the end of the 7 or 10-year period, of course, the life product's fully paid up. It continues to provide the income tax-free death benefits. It continues to provide the living benefits through the accelerated death benefit rider, and continues to grow cash value on a tax-deferred basis. The SPIA goes away, it's done its job. So that's kind of conceptually how the product works. So just in summary, the issue ages are 60 through 80. We base our issue ages on current age or age at last birthday. This is rather important because you're dealing with the transfer of funds from other products and institutions. And we're going to issue the product based on the age the client is the day we receive the funds, Now, the minimum premium to get this started is only $5,000. How many people do you know have multiple annuities out there that they've started over time that chances are they really aren't looking to use that for income? They're looking to pass it along. Great prospects for this product. What about all the people that have 401ks out there that they're starting to get into distribution patterns or thinking about it? They may decide they don't need it all for income, but are going to need part of it. They'd like to pass it along. Great prospects again. The maximum face amount that we'll issue on the life insurance based on the single premium paid is $450,000. Now, we do have one underwriting class. It's standard, and that standard class is accounting for any risk standard through table 4 using our simplified underwriting process. Premium class, non-tobacco and tobacco. And if you look at cash values, they do accumulate on a non-participating basis. Partial surrenders are available from the life insurance product. It's accumulating the cash, but those surrenders are available after the life product has been fully paid up. That's 7 or 10 years. Loans are available at any time. The accelerated death benefit riders I've talked about, it truly does provide living benefits to your client at a time when it's needed most. Let's talk about that. There are 3 health event triggers that will allow you to accelerate the life insurance face amount or death benefit. They are terminal illness, confinement to a qualified nursing home facility, and in situations of extended care, home health care, and adult daycare. Upon the decision to accelerate, which can happen any time after issue, a lien for the amount of money taken or accelerated will accrue at an annual rate of 8%. Now, the maximum that you can accelerate is $250,000. The minimum is $5,000. But here's the good news: this benefit is paid out once. It's paid out in a lump sum, so the client really has the cash at a time when it would be needed most, with no restrictions on the funds of how they can use it. Here's an example, here's some percentage payouts that we offer. So for terminal illness, the maximum accelerated rate is 75% of the face amount. And this is based on if the client is diagnosed as terminally ill with a life expectancy of 12 months or less to live. For qualified nursing and extended care, again, the payout is up to 50%. And for qualified nursing, the client needs to be diagnosed as chronically ill. We'll talk about that. And confined to a qualified nursing home facility continuously for 90 days, but with the expectation of a permanent confinement. For the extended care, the client needs to be chronically ill and has been so for at least 90 days. But now they're requiring care provided by either a licensed home health care agency or a licensed or state certified adult daycare center. There's a few states that have some differences on these percentages, and we outline that in our state approval chart, which you can find in our product toolkits for this product that I'll talk about later. The chronic illness definition, it's one of two of these. So either of these definitions would satisfy chronic illness. Either the client is can't satisfy two, is insured, is unable to perform two of the 6 activities of daily living. So if they can't perform at least 2 of the 6, they're considered chronically ill, or maybe they're okay on their ADLs. They could be suffering from a severe organic mental illness, such as Alzheimer's or dementia. In either case, we consider them to be chronically ill. So here's an example of a client, and I'm going to hop over to this one, of a client who is chronically ill. They're maybe accelerating in this case. Let's say they're terminally ill, and they're going to accelerate at a rate of 75% of the face amount. So if you had a face amount of $100,000 and they accelerated at the full amount, which is 75%, the math would take you to say $75,000 would be the maximum payout. Let's say $100 one-time service fee for the transaction. So that would give you a benefit paid of $75,000. Now, the death benefit would simply be the face amount less the original lien, which is $75,100. But if the death occurs 1 year after the money was taken, you have 1 year's worth of interest on that accelerated payment. So that's a year's worth of interest, giving you a remaining death benefit of $18,892. So that gives you some example. Now, this client, we're using the example of dying 1 year after taking the money. They would have to live 4+ years for the interest to outrun the remaining death benefit. And that's highly unlikely that would ever happen. But we have provisions to support it if they did extremely outlive the terminal illness condition. So the rider itself, these riders that are attached, and it is 2 riders, one for terminal illness and one for home health care, adult daycare, and the nursing home provision, they could terminate. Well, one way they could terminate is if you stop the life policy, and you're thinking, how would I stop the life policy if it was automatically paid by the SPIA? Well, if the client is 2 years into a 10-year payment plan and they came to you and you said, I thought I didn't need this money, I wanted to pass it, but I now need it. What do I do? Well, they could decouple the products, cash out the life policy, which would have very little cash value, and have the remaining years of the SPIA paid out to them. If the insured dies, we pay a death benefit, not the rider. And finally, if the accelerated death benefit is received under another rider, the rider stops. So if, let's say, you accelerate under the nursing home rider at 50%, you can't come back later and say, well, now the client's terminal, let's accelerate the other 25% to bring it up to the full 75. You can't do that. It's a once and done type of payout. If the lien exceeds the entire death benefit, very, very unlikely the policy would terminate. But in that situation, you would probably, to keep this qualified as a life product, would give the client or the owner the right to repay all or part of the lien at any time to keep it qualified as a life product. Cash value is still going to accumulate in the life product, even though the accelerated rider has been acted on. And if a policy loan is requested after acceleration, you can't have a loan and a lien going on at the same time. So you can't have a loan started and then come back later and say, I want to accelerate it, or you can't start the acceleration process and later come back and say, I want a loan. It's one or the other. And of course, anytime you take an accelerated benefit under any company's rider, please make sure you tell them to consult with their tax advisor. So here's an example of a payout. Here's a $50,000 single premium for a female 70 non-tobacco who we issue a life product for $78,055. And look at these payouts. I mean, this is real money to a senior at end of life who knows that they're terminal or in a nursing home, and they're really looking for cash to help them at end of life, because chances are they don't have long-term care insurance, or maybe they just want to take a nice trip around the world. Who knows? But it's money here at a time when it's needed most. Now, the taxable gain, another advantage to this is the SPIA taxation. When you're rolling money from a qualified plan that the money has never been taxed before, let's say from a 401k, eventually Uncle Sam has to get paid, right? Eventually there's going to need to be tax on that money that you rolled. But the advantage of rolling it into this product, it's going into a qualified SPIA that's being used for a life premium payment, and we're paying it out over 7 or 10 years into the life product. So as a result, you're able to spread the tax out on that gain over the same 7 or 10-year period. So the client will in fact get a 1099 each year showing what that gain is and what they need to declare on their taxes. But the beauty is they're able to spread it out. Also, the SPIA payment that we use to pay the life insurance does in fact satisfy the RMD rules. So that's good news. And if death occurs during the period of time while the SPIA is paying for the life insurance, the remaining payments from the SPIA, the beneficiary can select to have it paid out annually, which is the default method, or have it paid out in a commuted lump sum. In either case, they would get a 1099 on the taxable portion of that distribution. Of course, again, the life insurance is income tax free. The other thing to remember is when you're taking an application with us for this, make sure that you check on the box that you do not want tax withheld from the money that you're rolling over, because otherwise we can't make the product work. We're going to have to send everything back to you. So please make sure that you check the box that you do not want tax withheld from the annuity that you're rolling over. So here's some examples of premiums to death benefits, and I want you to think about those prospects, clients you have out there who you're doing good fact finds on, because let's face it, that's the essence of doing good asset transfer work with the client. Is you've got to know where the money is. You have to know what the intent of the money is. Think about those clients who have money on the sidelines, annuities and 401ks, who aren't going to necessarily need it all for income. Here's an age 65-year-old non-tobacco user who has $50,000 coming into us, and it's starting in the SPIA. Because they're 65, we're going to pay out the SPIA over 10 years into a limited premium payment life product. For the male, the face amount would be $76,979, and for the female, the face amount is $86,605. So what did you just do for this female 65? You've increased her estate by over almost $37,000, knowing that if she dies in the first 10 years, that in addition to the life insurance, the remaining payments from the SPIA would also be paid. If using a 24% marginal tax bracket, she would have to invest this money at 3% in a 24% tax bracket, and it would take her over 18 years to experience the bump you gave her in estate value by, in fact, providing a life insurance plan that paid out $86,605. For the 75-year-old, a little older, shorter life expectancy, but the numbers still look good. That same $50,000, because this client's 75, we'll pay out the SPIA over 7 years into the limited premium life product that's paid up in 7 years. For the male, the face amount $61,209. For the female, the face amount is $66,675. So you're still seeing for the female an increase in estate value over her premium of 50 grand of almost $17,000. For the male, almost $12,000, knowing that if they die in the first 7 years in this case, that the remaining payments from the SPIA would also be paid. I tell you this much, you're going to find that people love this concept. They're going to want to refer you early and often, so make sure you're asking for referrals. Now, this is a screenshot of the proposal software that we offer. This is a non-illustrated product, so no signed illustration is needed, but we give the ability to run proposals on our Secure Solution Illustrator software, or you can use our Mobile Link software right on your smartphone and smart tablet, and I'll talk about Mobile Link in a moment. Here's the female 70 putting in 50,000 with a cost basis of 40,000, of course, coming from an annuity. You can see in column 3 there where the 50,000 is going in. And then you can see from the SPIA each year, a payment of $5,250 is being paid into the life insurance. Out of that $5,250, the amount excluded from tax is about $4,000.50, but the estimated taxable income that she would get a 1099 on each year is $1,249.50. The proposal goes on to show the death benefit of over $78,000, and it also has a column showing the commuted lump sum of a death benefit from the SPIA if death were to occur early. Forms, simply go out to our agent website in the Generation Legacy Product Toolkit. We have a printable application and forms package there to give you all the forms that you will need, as well as instructions to do our point of sale underwriting, which can give you an immediate underwriting decision. We'll talk about point of sale underwriting in just a moment. Out in that product toolkit, you're going to find a number of other things. Our Mobile Link software, and Mobile Link, write this one down. It's simply mobile.baltlife, BALTLIFE.com. Mobile.baltlife.com will take you to Mobile Link. You could use it now. It is basically an electronic agent guide and an interactive rate calculator, proposal calculator right on your smart device. It's giving you a product description, underwriting guidelines, and then again, that rate and value calculator. And since this is a non-illustrated product, everything you need is showing up right there, including that ledger snapshot that I just showed you. It's really a very nice tool. We have our agent underwriting and product guides out there for you. We have proposal software, 4-color client brochures, point of sale presentations, and fact find forms, and of course our application and forms package to give you all the forms and instructions you need. We also have point of sale presentation pieces. We have letters, pre-approach letters and approaches, customizable marketing flyers, phone scripts, a number of other great tools for you. Certainly, if you have any questions, go out there, look yourself, or contact your friends at IAMS, who will be able to direct you on getting all the marketing support that not only we have, but they have an outstanding marketing department at IAMS that can help you as well. Let's move on to single premium whole life. This is the second product, that sister product, which really has a lot of similarities to Generation Legacy, but some key differences. Let's point those out. The first key difference is the source of the funds, and the funds from this product are designed to get funds coming from after-tax cash vehicles, CDs, money markets, mutual funds, and where appropriate, 1035 life-to-life product exchanges. Same goal, once client wants to increase their estate, leave a legacy, but the issue ages for this product are expanded, 50 to 85, because we're using after-tax cash funds. Simplified underwriting now through 8 tables. We have a standard underwriting table for standard through table 4, and then a special table for underwriting tables 5 through table 8. The death benefit, you'll receive a portion of the death benefit while living, of course, through our accelerated death benefit rider. We'll talk about the rider on this product. It has a few more things that I think are very enticing to use, and we'll talk about it. The one thing I do want to mention on both Generation Legacy and single premium whole life, and it's kind of important right now in the COVID world that we live in, is that we do have a screening tool before you take the application that you need to complete. It's in your application and forms package. very similar to what most companies are doing. And it's just 4 questions that you need to ask and make sure you answer them correctly. Based on if you get a yes response, it just means that we have to delay the application being submitted for 30 days to make sure those symptoms don't turn into anything more serious. The issue age for this product, again, 50 through 80. We base our pricing on current age or age at last birthday. As I mentioned, we have 2 underwriting classes: standard, which is standard through table 4 risk, and special, which is tables 5 through table 8. Premium classes are non-tobacco and tobacco. And again, the minimum premium to get started is only $5,000. How many people do you know out there that have monies and CDs and money markets? They've kind of compartmentalized their funds for their kids and their grandkids in this way. Great way to show them a way to increase the amount of money they can actually pass along. This is the maximum face amount for this product that is expressed in terms of by the issue age and the underwriting class. And you can see there what the maximums are based on underwriting class and age. Our software, both in the Secure Solution Proposal software as well as Mobile Link, will not allow you to violate those maximums. Cash values do accumulate on a non-participating basis. Partial surrenders are available in this product starting in the 2nd policy year, penalty free. So with this product, since it's after-tax cash money, you can take partial withdrawals from starting at 10% up to 100% between years 2 and 6 without a problem. So if someone really does need cash, they can dip into it. Of course, it will decrease the death benefit, but if they really need the money, those partial surrenders are available. Loans, they're still available at any time. Not sure you want to do a loan when you have a partial surrender capability. The accelerated death benefit rider has the same 3 health event triggers that we talked about with Generation Legacy that you see there on the screen. The benefit, again, is paid out once in a lump sum, and these are unrestricted funds, so you can use them for whatever reason you deem necessary. But in this product, you can actually do a partial acceleration to preserve a portion as a death benefit. So let's say you have $100,000 in base amount, right? And the client says, well, I do want cash, but I still need some life insurance. They could keep $25,000 in paid up life insurance over here and accelerate the other $75,000 in face based on the terms that we'll review with you. That way they've got the life insurance still in hand for their beneficiary, as well as some cash to work with. Here are the percentages of payout for the amount that you would accelerate. For terminal illness, it's still, the client needs to be terminally ill with a life expectancy of 12 months or less to live, but now they could accelerate at a maximum rate of 95% of the face amount, less a $250 admin charge. For qualified nursing, same definition to qualify. Chronic illness, for 90 days and has the expectation of a permanent confinement. But now, because they're going to live a little longer, the maximum accelerated rate is 90% less the $250 charge. And finally, for extended care, home health care, and adult daycare, they're going to live longer yet, which means the maximum accelerated rate is 80% less the $250 charge. Now, this is a little bit different from Generation Legacy. Generation Legacy works on a LIEN approach. This actually works where we reduce the amount of money that can be accelerated. So, there is a cost for money. There's a cost to accelerate a death benefit in advance. So no matter whether a company uses a LIEN approach, as we do with Generation Legacy, or the approach I'm describing here, there's always a cost for accelerating money in advance. And this is how we actually work it. The chronic illness definition is the same, either 2 out of 6 activities of daily living or a client suffering from a severe organic mental illness. Either definition will qualify you. Now let's look at those premiums to death benefits. And I again want you to think about those clients who have after-tax cash funds, CDs, money markets, mutual funds, and where appropriate, the 1035 life-to-life product exchanges. Here's the $50,000 premium with the non-tobacco underwriting class. So for the male, the face amount under standard underwriting class would be $80,385, and for the special underwriting class, that tables 5 through 8, a $74,738 death benefit would be available. For the female, the face is over almost $91,000, and for the special underwriting class, just over $85,000. So what have you just done for this female 65 who had money sitting on the sidelines in a very low interest bearing, say, money market or CD, and getting 1099s on that every year they had to declare? Well, you've increased her estate, in this case, by almost $41,000. It would take her almost 27 years to experience that increase in estate value, assuming a 24% tax bracket and a 3% interest rate on the money, knowing that the life insurance of almost $91,000 is there to be paid out income tax free. 70-year-old, little older, shorter life expectancy, but you can see the numbers still look good. Still gives you a very nice bump in estate value for this client, even as they age. So it's an outstanding product for clients in that older age group who, right now we're in tentative times. People are trying to hold on to cash. We get that. But we have many seniors who know they're good in the income they have. They're good with their safe money that they need just in case, the emergency funds. They have money that they want to pass along. These are excellent products to do it with. Forms, they're out there again in the product toolkit we've talked about, and we have great marketing tools as well. And this can be used with Mobile Link as well. So Mobile Link can be used for both Generation Legacy as well as single premium whole life. So this is something really important, and that is our point of sale underwriting. It's not enough to take the time for you to get that prospect, get in the home, make the sale. But, gosh, you want to know what the underwriting decision is pretty quickly, and so do they, before we start transferring funds around. So once you've completed the app, the interview is just a matter of picking up the phone with our call center, Elite Sales Processing. It takes about 12 minutes or less. And that call center rep will review the same health questions that you ask when completing the paper application you're going to submit. During the call, of course, the call center will get permission from the client to do the MIB and the drug prescription search to make sure there's no discrepancies in the answers they gave on the app for the health questions and those database sources. If it is, we'll just simply get clarity right then and there on what the answers actually should be and make a final underwriting call. After the client has completed the interview, any underwriting decision is not given to your client, it's given to you. You're the one that's going to communicate that underwriting decision with the client. Of course, if you're on the phone with the client, we will give that underwriting decision with both of you on the phone. If for some reason the interview was deferred and you weren't on the call for the interview with the client, we will call you with the underwriting decision, not give that to the client. So once the appointment's finished, make sure you send us the application regardless of what the underwriting decision was. Even if it were declined, we need that application for compliance purposes. Now the call center, phone number is 888-368-9678. The hours are 9 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Fridays. These are Eastern times. We do support English and Spanish languages. Other languages are available upon request. If you have a hearing impaired client, TTY services are available as well in English and Spanish. Please know that the interview must be completed within 5 business days in order for us to process your app. Now, you may say to yourself, well, what if, one example would be you can pick up the phone while you're right there, and if it's call center hours, get the interview done with you and your client right in the room. That's the best case scenario. But what if you're writing a case on a Saturday or after call center hours? What do? You should always pick up the phone while you're in the house and thinking about it. Call the call center, leave your name and number, your client's name and number, and a date and time you want us to call them. At that point in time, we will pick up the phone, call the client, get the interview done. You don't have to be present. And again, call you back with the underwriting decision that you'll communicate with your client. It works very well. We've been using this process since, about 2009. It works extremely well with our friends at Elite Sales Processing. So this is, with Generation Legacy, you will pre-qualify your client using the app and the forms. So with Generation Legacy, the application is structured that if you get all no in Part A, coupled with good height and weight, we're going to issue the product. Any yes in Part A means that we cannot issue coverage. So the questions in Part A essentially are knockouts, and we have one underwriting table, and that's standard. So all of them need to be answered no. For the single premium whole life product, we have two-part, a separate app, and we have two sets of medical questions. The Part A are your knockouts, and the Part B are the qualifiers. So if you get all no in Part A and B, good height and weight and drug history, we're going to issue the standard underwriting class. If you get all no in Part A and one yes in Part B, everything else looks good, we're going to issue the special underwriting class, which is tables 5 through 8. But any yeses in Part A would mean that it would be a decline. Okay. So that is the presentation for the product. I'll pause this for a moment to see if there are questions, but we're on limited time right now, and I want to jump quickly into just a few ideas on marketing support.
Okay.
Go ahead. You have a question?
Yeah, it looks like we've got a question. Is it available in Florida?
It is.
Accelerated death benefit available in Florida?
To my knowledge, it is. If you go out to our product toolkit, it has not only state availability, but for each of the riders there as well, and I believe it is.
Okay. All
Other
right.
question?
Yep. Wouldn't a separate SPIA and SPL be better?
Actually, no. You mean a SPIA and a separate life product? Would that be better?
That's what I'm assuming they're asking. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say no, only because when years ago, when I'm still a licensed agent, that's how we did it, right? Separate SPIA, separate life product, sometimes two different companies. The agent's doing the administration of paying funds from one to the other, or the client's doing it, having to request it. This way, it's all combined into one, and it actually works quite favorably that way. So administratively, it's less of a hassle for sure.
Okay. I was actually going to bring that part up. Thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah.
And then the person I asked this question is in regards to compensation, and I'll respond to that question as in saying not necessarily. Depending on the carrier that you're working with, if you're doing a SPIA separate from the single premium life, it's not necessarily going to be a situation where you're going to be getting paid more as far as commission goes, but I can address that offline if you have specific questions in regards to that.
Okay.
All right, looks like that's it. So I'll let you continue.
Yeah, so with our agent website and our product toolkits, you see up there in the colored boxes, we have product toolkits that really have everything you need to sell and market the product. So we've got our mobile link software that I talked about, and again, there's your address, mobile.boltlife.com. Great, you'll never use a paper agent guide again. It's got everything in a paper agent guide plus the interactive rate and value calculator. It gives you everything you need, and since these are non-illustrated products, you're in good shape with this. We have point of sale presentations that'll really do a great job in helping you present the concept of asset transfer, the features and benefits of the product. It's all right there for you, and I would highly recommend you use the point of sale presentations that we have out there for you. I'm skipping along for time purpose. I apologize for your screens flying around there. We have another tool if you need a fact finder support tool. In this market, we call it the asset transfer analysis form. It gives you those key dialoguing questions to be asking to have a nice interactive conversation. It allows you to record the current assets, whether they be after tax or qualified funds. You can show right there if you move part of your funds into one of the appropriate products, the increase in death benefit you would experience. And the bottom allows you to record the current monthly income, so you know you have enough income going forward before you start disturbing their liquid cash. Here's what I think. We've talked about some of these, but some great single premium sales ideas. We have a document out in our product toolkit called Single Premium Sales Ideas, and each of these are described in detail. So take a look at that. They really start generating for you a prospect list, the leave behind money concept, annuities not needed for income to support daily living, the spouse option that I talked about, the unhealthy spouse and the healthy spouse. What about some of those older paid up life policies where you can do an appropriate 1035 exchange and get a higher death benefit? Some of the old UL policies that the cash value is going south and you can rescue at least $5 grand, 1035 that and give them a paid up death benefit. And then the burial account concept. How many people out there who who say, you know, I've got this CD over here for for $10,000 or $15,000, and my kids know that's the money set aside to bury me. Well, I'd say, well, Mrs. Jones, what if I was able to take that $15,000 and give you an income tax-free death benefit of like $25,000? And oh, by the way, if you became terminal or in a nursing home or an extended care situation, you could still get at some of that cash and still have remaining life insurance benefit for your kids. That's the burial account concept. And it really takes people's blinders off to think, well, gee, that CD is going to do it, right? I'm better doing the CD than something like this. It really shows them a better path to take. There's many other great ideas in there for you. Take a look. We have these customizable marketing flyers that you can customize with your contact information. We have a great Excel tool for single premium whole life where you can plug in the appropriate numbers and side by side a CD to the single premium whole life, showing them how much better off they are going that path. We have white papers out there for you, and all this again is out on our agent website where you can find the product toolkits. So with that, I am I think, up to my time and willing to take questions from you. But certainly before any of you drop off, I want to thank you for participating today. I know we have a lot of loyal Baltimore Life producers out there that you had to walk away from us. And we know that back in October. We felt terrible about it, but market conditions were such that we had to make adjustments. We're so happy to be in the game with you again. As I like to say, the horse is out of the barn and we're on the track and ready to race with you again with this product. So thanks so much for considering us again and putting us back on your shelf. If you have any questions, pick up the phone and call our friend at IAMS or our agent services area at Baltimore Life.
Okay, I'm going to switch this back over to me. We've got a few minutes to field a question or two. So while I'm waiting for that, a couple of polling questions I'm going to throw out here real quick. One of which is if you would like more information on what we discussed today, please respond. I'll make sure to get some additional information out to you. And Gary, I know this is always asked. PowerPoint, is the PowerPoint presentation available?
Yeah, the actual recorded version of this session is out on our agent site, and you can pick that up just by going again to boltlife.com, logging in, and going to the Generation Legacy or Single Premium product toolkits, and they're out there for you.
All right, sounds good. And we are recording this webinar, so that'll be available for the agents as well. All right, I'm going to close this polling question out. And the last polling question that I have here is if you're not appointed with Baltimore Life and you would like to get appointed, please respond to this. So make sure to take care of that for you. And I'll leave this up for a few seconds. Looks like quite a few of you are responding. So want to make sure, give everybody enough time to respond.
Get those contracts in.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. First the contract, then the business.
Yeah.
All right, I'll close that out. Looks like we don't have any additional questions. So before I drop off, if you do decide, you know what, I do have a question, you can reach out to me. As you see here, here's my email address. It's tony@iamsinc.com. I'm one of 3 life sales directors here. The other is Reed Starks, and his email address is reed@iamsinc.com. And then we also have Jess Riley, and his email is jess@iamsinc.com. Or you can give us a call at 800-255-5055 and just ask to speak to someone in the life department. All right, Gary, do you have any closing thoughts or words?
No, I'm just thrilled to be back again. I felt a little bit rusty giving this presentation because I haven't been giving it in a while. So I'm just excited to get back, and this is exciting for us. You guys have been one of our best partners through the years, and we're just happy to be back in the fold with you.
We're happy that you are back in the fold. All right, well, everybody, I want to thank you again for attending the webinar. You guys stay safe, and again, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. Everyone, take care.